This poker player got his nipples massaged at the World Series of Poker, which may be a first, resulting in the masseuse being fired. This beautiful human being's name is Frank Stepuchin, or Frank the Tank as many people know him. He is a jokester and known for antics like wearing a headband with a chicken on it and using a rubber chicken as a card protector. There is a reason, but I don't remember why. I have played with this guy in real life as well. Now watch this clip of Frank playing at the WPT just to get an idea of what kind of guy this is.
Okay, he's a recreational player. He's been playing for 18 years, but he's a character. He is bigger than life. He's a retired Navy man, but he also claims to be a surfer, a race car driver, but we know he loves his drinks at the table. He'll be a lot of fun to watch.
Anything good under there, Jono?
We're about to find out, huh?
While this was all done as a joke, Frank quickly took the video down after he posted it on Twitter. And unfortunately, the best I could find is this, where the quality is 240p, or basically filmed with a toaster. He's getting some nice rub here. He starts to moan. Yes. This is what I really want the original video. I really want the original video back. Sitting at the table with 2 beers, double fisting, getting cards dealt to him while the massage therapist rubs his nipples. And he moans. Are we allowed to do this? I don't know. We're about to find out. Well, we found out indeed. So after Frank the Tank learned that Cynthia, the massage therapist or the masseuse, got fired, he went to Twitter to apologize, and this is what he said. I would like to apologize first to Cynthia for asking you to massage my nipples as a complete joke. That does nothing to me and was not intended to be anything sexual. I'm always horsing around and having a good time with all of my table mates. I realize I sometimes go too far and don't think I may be offending others. My sincere apology to anyone that was offended by my antics. Secondly, I want to apologize to Professional Massage Inc. I guess that's the massage company that Cynthia works for and got fired from. If I caused them any harm in regards to their reputation of being a first-class respected company. Thirdly, I would like to apologize to the WSOP if I caused them any harm or brought bad light onto their organization. I will do my best to not get carried away having fun while not thinking of others around me. I never intended or want to make any players around me uncomfortable. Lastly, please, please, please do not fire Cynthia for this incident. I accept the blame and any action needs to be taken. Please place it on me. Sincerely, Frank. So I can see where Frank is coming from. Obviously, it was a very funny thing that happened. I mean, if I was at the table, I would be laughing. I think it's hilarious. But at the same time, Cynthia is working for a company that is a massage company and does take that role seriously, I believe. So I'm not that surprised that she got fired. I don't think it was that big of a deal, maybe, so she probably didn't have to get fired. I'm not sure. What do you guys think? I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Like, overall, it's a funny thing. It's a World Series of Poker. This guy's a jokester. There's been crazy things before happening at the World Series of Poker. People do crazy things all the time. I mean, this one was a little sexual with the nipple rubbing. I mean, I don't know. It was a little out of line, right? Like, I don't know. And then we had Frank moaning. I don't know, right? So let me know what you guys think. Should she have been fired or not? I'll tell you, though, who thinks she should have been fired. If we scroll down here from this article, Farah Galfond. Farah Galfond is Phil Galfond's wife. So if you don't know Phil Galfond is known for Run It Once. He had a poker site and then didn't do so great and no longer runs the poker site, or at least it's shut down for now. But he's a legend in especially the PLO world and in the poker world. Most people know who he is. So his wife tweeted, "The latest tweet from Frank the Tank is an utterly disgusting display. The masseuse should be fired and should be banned. What's next? hand jobs at the table, I can't imagine how uncomfortable the other players were. I would have screamed at WSOP, at Jack Effel. So since all of this has happened, this tweet has been deleted by Farah Galfond. And you might wonder why. Well, the answer is Farah Galfond went back on her words, and instead of saying that she should be fired, we go to Farah Galfond's Twitter. She says, I was able to reach management at Professional Massages Inc. They said they were shocked and embarrassed by the video and had never seen anything like that before from their 500 plus masseuses. I asked if there was any way they'd consider forgiving and rehiring her. So what happened here? It seems that she got backlash from other people in the poker world about her wanting, this massage therapist to get fired. And she went back on her word, deleted her tweet, and said, I'm going to ask this company if they can rehire her. They said mistakes have consequences and we hold our company to a very high standard and that they would not consider it. They said that the decision was made as soon as they saw the video and that my tweet had nothing to do with their decision. They did, however, inform me that my comment, "What's next? Hand jobs at the table," offended several of the masseuses in the company who felt that it was demeaning. I totally understand that and I'm truly sorry. I was grossed out and expressed it with a comparison that I shouldn't have made, and I hope those who were offended will forgive me for it. I have a lot of respect for these women and men who work tirelessly to make our time at the poker tables more comfortable. I take pride in being my authentic, uncensored self like I always have been before any followers. Tweeting opinions and standing up for what I believe, I still think the behavior in that vid was unacceptable. Should I have kept my opinion to myself? IDK, I'll be thinking about it. Well, probably you should have kept your opinion to yourself if you are going to tweet something like this, where you're asking for someone to get fired for something, where you're coming back on your word and where it's too late. The woman has been fired and you're saying, oh, please forgive her and actually rehire her. Like, this kind of stuff doesn't work like that, right? This caused Frank the Tank to be quite upset about Farah Galfond, so he made some tweets to her husband, Phil Galfond, who actually ended up posting this. One of the things I love and respect about my wife is that she speaks out about the things she believes, even when doing so might draw backlash. It's something I can't bring myself to do. Usually she is standing up for herself or others, sometimes for me, and usually it requires speaking out against someone. In this case, she spoke for herself and other women and men made uncomfortable by a joke that was unfortunately documented and shared online. So the question is, who was actually made uncomfortable by this joke? Because, I saw, the people at the table were laughing. Was there anyone there that was uncomfortable? Was there anybody that even replied to this thing and was uncomfortable? I'm not sure. She felt they should both be punished. Do I share that opinion? Yes. Actually, though, that doesn't matter. Would I have said it? No. As we've established, I don't share confrontational opinions. But I also would not have called the company like Farah did to request they rehire someone I don't believe they should and who'd just yell at me for 50 tweets. When you don't go through a multi-hour review process before tweeting anything remotely controversial, as I do, sometimes you'll say something that you wish you hadn't, or that you wish you'd said differently. I know that, at a minimum, Farah wishes she'd expressed her opinion differently. She was extremely relieved to learn that her tweet didn't influence them in any way, and I probably shouldn't have explained to her that she was being results-oriented. I mean, come on, right? Like, she was extremely relieved to learn that her tweet didn't influence them in any way. Here's the thing. Wouldn't the company tell her that no matter what? They don't want to publicly let her know that she's the reason they fired this massage therapist. That would not be good, right? She certainly didn't help this massage therapist from not getting fired. The characteristics I'm reading about her from those who are angry couldn't be further from the truth. I'm not going to go into them because I'm about to spend a few hours with my family for the first time in a few days. Farah explained herself at length and put in a lot of time and energy trying to do what she could since that one tweet. I didn't need to add anything to the conversation, but I didn't want the public assuming that my silence meant I was doing anything but supporting her. I don't really think anybody would have thought that. I certainly didn't think that. And I think the characterizations that people are putting upon Farah in this situation are that of, hey, she's this wealthy woman, and she's demanding a massage therapist who obviously probably is not too wealthy gets fired for this incident where, you know, Farah was not even present at the time. She had nothing to do with the incident. She just saw this video and reacted by saying this woman should be fired. You know, even tagging the WSOP and Jack Effel and saying I would have screamed. So like, I can get where people are coming from, where they're saying, you know, Farah really kind of overreacted, and you know, she doesn't really know what it's like, I guess, to be in a situation where, you know, she could be fired from her job. I mean, saying she would have screamed, I think that's a little over the top, right? Frank will later go on to say that he is definitely going to take his antics down a level, such as screaming in the poker room. That's something he's not going to do anymore. And even mentioning that he did pay Cynthia a large sum of cash, and even starting a GoFundMe account in her name. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than this, right? Let's see what the GoFundMe looks like. Compassion for Cynthia is what the GoFundMe is called. A goal of $40,000, holy shit. And it's reached a total of $125. So 2 donations. Shout out to these 2 donators. Wow, I don't think that they will get to $40,000 at this rate. Maybe this video will help. I mean, it says that she's a divorced single mother of 2. But seriously, it's definitely sad that she got fired. Some people are also acting as if this whole situation is messed up because Frank the Tank did not get in trouble, but Cynthia did. There should be an equal punishment here, which I really actually don't believe. I mean, you have a guy that is just trying to have fun at the WSOP. Him asking a massage therapist to do this and her doing it, that's fine. I mean, when this masseuse Cynthia agreed to do this, she must have known that her job was at risk, right? I mean, you massage a dude's nipples at a table while he moans. This is something that is definitely out of line and that could get you fired. I mean, you have to have some kind of self-reflection and think about that, right? I mean, I don't know. She may not be able to work as a massage therapist anymore, but I know the WSOP needs dealers. Maybe she'll be there. Lastly, let's check out Reddit, where there were some pretty hilarious comments. This guy is living the absolute dream. Someone says, yes, she is. I played with this guy at the lodge and at Aria. He's quite the character. His card protector was a chicken nugget, from what I remember. Edit. Hard to tell from this picture, but his headband, which he always wears, has a cartoon image of a chicken on it. So there you go. He's the chicken man. Frank Stepuchin, one of the most obnoxious players ever, just randomly starts screaming sometimes, and the whole room goes quiet until he's finished. Oh my gosh. Nip massage with fan blowing cold air to make said nips extra hard / sensitive. Chicken nugget card protector, double fisting beer, and playing poker all at once. The look on his face can only be described as nirvana / pure bliss. This man knows something about life that the rest of us don't. He has attained a level of enlightenment. He has attained a level of enlightenment the rest of us can only dream of. That's great. Someone says it is art. This is Vegas in one picture. Vertucci looks different here. Damn. Calling out Nick Vertucci. It's funny, but I feel bad for that masseuse. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. I think overall this was a hilarious incident that happened. Unfortunate that the masseuse got fired, but honestly not too surprising. Interesting how Farah Galfond responded and then took back what she said, and then you got Phil Galfond saying, I support my wife, blah, 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 blah. Interesting stuff overall. Let me know what you guys think, and I just thought this was hella entertaining. More WSOP and other types of content coming. Thanks for watching. Peace! He starts to moan. Yes!